Hi bud, this video is for you on how to save something to your computer. As you can see, this is a snapshot of my laptop computer screen at home. I know it's a mess right now. I've got a ton of files on there, but just ignore all of that stuff. Hopefully you don't have all of those, but if you do, it's no big deal. You can find them. These are just, you can see all of the things that I have saved to my desktop. So what you want to do is go to your email. You might be using Internet Explorer. I happen to use Google Chrome. Whatever you do to open up your mail, just go get your mail, open up your email, okay? So I'm showing you that I'm opening up my email right now. And this, I have two different emails. That's my home one. This is the one I use for work, and it's just easier to use than my Cox email because I can't stand that one. But I have already had this. So I sent you this email. Okay, and in that email, I'm going to show you in a moment ago, I just copied it to myself so I could do this video for you. So when you click on that, here is the email that I sent to you, right? And so you can read it right there. And I told you in red here that I'm going to be sending you a separate email with a link to a video tutorial. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so this is the video. So you can see the file that I attached, and I did it as a PDF on purpose, and I'll explain that in a moment, rather than a Word document. But you want to download this. Now, let's see if we can do it one of two ways. I want to check something now. I'm right-clicking it right now, and I don't really want to choose any of these options. I think it's going to depend on what version of Windows, and I think I heard you say you had Vista. I have Windows 10, so your instructions might be slightly different than mine, but one way or another, we'll figure out how to get it downloaded. So when I download a PDF file, it does something like this. I click it, and now it's basically opening the file. This is what the file is. Now when I want to download it somewhere, I think when I download this in the version of Windows that I have, it goes to a certain file called Downloads in Google Chrome. But I want to save this to the desktop. So one other way you can do that too is, I don't know if you have these buttons. Do you see where my mouse is highlighting right now? Because every time I move my mouse, it should be turning up like yellow for you. This would be print. All this is to download. So if I wanted to download it again, and we'll check that out in a minute. When I hit that, did you see how this came up right here? I'm moving it around with my mouse right now. This pop-up window came up with a command like, where do you want to save it? So here's the file name, and because it has this 1 after it, it tells me that I've already downloaded it somewhere else on my computer, but you don't have to deal with that or anything. You just want to make sure that this right here is saying desktop. If you don't see that and it's trying to save it to your documents or somewhere else, and you might forget where it got saved, just scroll right here on this bar right here until you see the desktop. So it might be there, or you can click that, and once again it's going to show you that. So then just hit save. Okay, so it's actually going to pull this file up again, but I'm going to close it out just so I can show you where to go find it then. So let me move this around so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to click that out, I'm going to click that out, and I'm back to my desktop. So you should see it somewhere on your desktop. Again, I have a ton of crap right here, but here it is right there, and you can drag it around to wherever you want to place it on your desktop. Here, I'll put it on Jim's shirt. Doesn't matter. So I'm just looking around my desktop to see if there is another copy of this file, because this is showing me that one with the number 1 past it, but I don't think so, because if I had done it twice it would show me that that's 2. So anyway, it doesn't matter. So there's your file, and you could save it anywhere you want to on your computer desktop. Okay, so this whole screen is called your desktop. You can also save it somewhere else too, like if you right click it, no, that would be moved to somewhere. You don't want to do that. You could just open it. I guess you could send it to some, no, you could send it to your documents, and then it would remove it from your desktop and put it in your documents. But you know, I could show you someday. Jim says we should just go out to his house and see what his computer setup looks like, and if we do that, then I could show you all kinds of other things. But for now, just leave it on your desktop, and then when you go and you open it, here is our document. Now I've got it like really huge right now, so I'm actually gonna bring it down to size a little bit. There, you could see all of it right there. So the reason I did this in a PDF rather than a Word document is because in a Word document you would have had to use your mouse and the right button and right click it and then say open hyperlink. But with a PDF, do you see how, notice that it changes from arrow to this little cursor to a hand? It changes to a hand when you're on an active link. So all you have to do is hit that link, say yeah, allow. And this one will use Internet Explorer by default to open that. I wish it would use Google Chrome. I really don't like Explorer, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It's going to work. And here's our entire list. And you can see, and I've just rearranged them after talking to Jim and going, okay, wait a minute. Remember today at practice we decided, you know, we had some of the guitars in the wrong list. I had them up in the red and silver, and he said I used my brown guitar, so we rearranged them, and I went ahead and rearranged them on our YouTube list. So notice something right here. I also had it back here. Oh, dang. So it's back in our PDF. I'll go back to that in a moment. But the ones that I said you should listen to our own recording, I have a note right there in YouTube, and it's been there for a while, at least that one is. And this says listen to our own recording of this song. So when you get through this list, you know, you can come up here, you can hit play all, or you could do one at a time, and then it should be going to the next one anyway. I believe that's how it works. I should have to see how your, again, you need to sometimes update your version of YouTube and things like that too. So hopefully you're updating your computer regularly, because that will help too. Sometimes you have older versions of things and they don't do so well. This one also, the note down here, the I Just Wanna Dance, that Trampled Underfoot song, it says listen to our recording below. So there's that one. This is actually recorded on YouTube. I uploaded it. The other one here, the link that I have takes you to YouTube, or sorry, not YouTube, Facebook. So let me close out of this and go back to this. And this is what I'm talking about. You can click on that link, just hit allow. And you don't have to belong to Facebook in order to hear this. You should be able to just click on that and ignore the fact that it wasn't on this one. This is just, I always get my man. So anyway, there's that. Let me go back again, exit out of that. And this is the one. So that was the Facebook link. This one is the YouTube. Again, I don't know why this keeps popping up on me. It's annoying. But here is the one where my microphone comes out. But this is the I Just Want to Dance. And so, again, there you have it. Hopefully I didn't go too fast. You could see all of that is in there. Again, here's your PDF file. You can just see how it clicks to a finger, a hand pointing to it. You can just click it really easily with your left click. Let's see what happens if you click it with a right. You don't want to right click it because you see what happens? Right clicking that doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. You just want to left click it. Use the left click on your mouse and it will take you to the video. And the other ones, again, there is our YouTube list. And then every time I make a new one, I could just give you the new link. So actually, we usually send links like this in an email. So from now on, you can just, if it's not in a Word doc attached in the email, you can just copy everything you see in the email. Let me see if I can do something like that. Let me go back to my email. And then paste it into, I gotta actually open this up all the way. Let me get back to my email. Let's see. Oh, come on. This is just for reference. Like if I wanted, if somebody sent me this and it was just in an email, I could just take all this stuff, right click it, copy it, and then go down to wherever my Windows, Word, Microsoft Word, whatever. You can just open up a Word doc or WordPad or whatever it is you have. Once you have a blank document, you use the right click of your mouse and you hit paste, and there it is. And then you can go up to here where it says file. Let me move this thing up. Maybe I can move this guy up so you can see it a little better. and you would say File, Save As, you would name it. Oh, I don't know what it want to name it. This is just a test. This is just a sample of something, right? Oh gosh, I can't even type, sorry. Sample, and again, I could check, oop, it's going to save to my documents. If I want it on the desktop, I could just scroll till I see, oh, desktop, I want it there, and I hit save, and then you have anything that you wanted to hold on to that way. And again, let me go over here, click out of that. I really don't want to be in that. And again, I would have, this was a Word doc I did, and it was right here called sample. Open it up. I just double clicked it to open it, and there it is. So I'm going to close that back out, and you can come back and listen to this to your heart's delight. I'm going to delete that because I don't really need that. Okay, so again, once you've got it here, just double click it to open it, and you got it. And if it's really large like that, you can use, you know, all these things to make it smaller. Maybe you like it bigger, and then you could just use the mouse. And if your mouse has a little wheel scroll, you can do that, or you can take your cursor, your mouse over here, and just move it up and down with that bar. You don't really need all that stuff. I don't know if you have it. Depends on the version of PDF that you have, or Adobe. So, text me if you have any questions, okay? And that is a wrap. So let's see how, where's my done?